How do, and welcome back. Well, today we're doing the side-by-side taste test of the Woodforde's commercial nog, and sort of like an English porter type beer, and their kit version that they sell on their website and pretty much in every homebrew shop you can find, and even in Wilko's high street shop. So let's get these bottles open, let's pour them in the glass, and let's see what they look like and what they taste like. I remember tasting this last month. It's a really nice English porter. I think I said it was up there with sort of like your Guinness West Indies porter. And there it is. And here we go with the Woodforde's kit version, which is actually made by Muntons in partnership with Woodforde's. Now the wherry was absolutely spot on. I don't think you could get closer using a 2-can kit than you did with the wherry. That was exceptional, just like the original beer. So we'll have to see how this stands up. So, okay, first of all, heads are completely different. This is a nice tan coloured head, very thick, creamy. This is bubbly today for some reason. Maybe it's how I wash the glass, I don't know. That can affect things, can't it? But a very bubbly, effervescent sort of head. This is a nice, thick, creamy head. Although, well, it's not thick. It's about the same size, but definitely different. As far as the colour goes, the body, absolutely spot on, except mine's a bit more cloudy, as you would expect. It still needs a little bit of conditioning, does this one. This is crystal clear, but it's a deep red colour. They may look black on camera, but it's a deep red. And the redness I can see in this is absolutely identical, so spot on with the colour. Right, the aroma, let's remind myself. Yeah, those roasty, toasty malts that you expect from a nice English porter. A little bit of sweetness. Okay, here we go. The kit version. Not a great aroma. It's not a big aroma. And it tastes a little bit more sweet and less of the roastiness. So they're not identical in the aroma. Not far off, but it's just lacking on that charry sort of roasted malt flavour, aroma. Interesting. Okay, the taste test. I'm going to go with the original first. Oh, that's a good beer. That really is a nice beer. You've got that lovely sweetness from the malts and that really nice bitterness, and the bitterness, it's got that charry quality, I think I said like a barbecue when I was tasting it first, and it does. It's got like that charry quality you get on a barbecue when you get like your chicken breasts and they've got the skin on, and some of that skin goes black and you taste it. It's got that charry sort of flavour. That's a nice pint. Right, I'm going to try this one. The kit version. Is it as good as the wherry? Meaning it's pretty much the same beer. Well, it's certainly creamier. It's not the same beer. It's very nice though, but it's more sweet. It's like the aroma. It's more malt forward, and there's a nice dry bitterness at the back end. Just hold on. This is dry bitterness at the back end, but it's mixed with that really nice roasty flavour. This doesn't have that. There's a little bit of roastiness, but it doesn't seem to last to the back. And really what you're left with here is like more like a hot bitterness, whereas this is more like the bitterness from the roasted malts, the dark roasted malt that they've used. This is more like a hot, dry bitterness. There's a little bit of roastiness in the flavour, but it's mostly this. Oh, sorry, they're very carbonated, but it's mostly the sweet malts. This is too malt forward. This is mostly about the roastiness of the grain. Yeah, you've got that really nice bitterness from that dark roasted malt, whereas this you don't. So they're not the same beer, unfortunately. This is too sweet, in my opinion. But they're very nice, don't get me wrong. It's a very nice beer. It reminds me a little bit of the Brew Firm English Porter I tried 2 months ago, was it? Something like that, January. It reminds me quite a bit of that, because again, that was a sweet porter. And for me, this is. And to be fair to this beer, it does need more conditioning. Maybe even 2 or 3 weeks, a month's worth more conditioning. But it's a nice beer. Unfortunately, it's just not this beer. As soon as you taste it, you can pick up those dark roasting malts. So that's a bit of a shame. After the Wherry, I mean, the Wherry was so close. I think I said that if you was a Wherry drinker and someone just handed you the kit version, you probably wouldn't be able to tell. With this you can, and I don't know what's happened to the head on this. So mine wins on the head. At least it's sticking around. But unfortunately, yeah, these are two different beers. They share similarities, but they're different. Whereas with the Wherry, there were differences, but pretty much they were the same beer. So hopefully the Nelson bitter will be better, because I think I said when I was tasting it, it's like a Wherry on steroids. So if they got the Wherry right, maybe they'll get the Nelson right as well. And we'll be doing that side by side next month. So I'm still holding out for the Nelson. It's 1-0 at the moment. And it's also actually blown a theory I had out the window. Because that Wherry was so close, I thought maybe Woodfordes are actually, boiling the wort, adding the hops and everything, but rather than putting it into a fermenter, they were just shipping it off to Muntons, and Muntons were just making the kit. because it was so close. But this has sort of like blown that theory out the water, because these are two different beers. So I can't see Munton's, oh sorry, I can't see Woodforde's making this, shipping it to Munton's and it turning out like this. So maybe this is like a Munton's porter kit, I don't know. But they're two different beers, so there you go. But they're very nice beers, both of them are very nice beers. This is a nice beer. It's a nice porter, English porter beer. So if you see it in the shops, and it is literally anywhere, everywhere, even on your high street, at the Wilko shop, just pick one up if you like porter. It's very nice, but it does need a little bit longer conditioning than normal. And if you can see, if you find this in the shop, definitely pick one up, because it still is a really good porter. I mean, for me anyway, it's up there with your Guinness West Indies, which is one of my favourite porters. So there we go. Unfortunately, it's not the same beer, but not to worry, there's other ones to try. So I'll actually be tasting next month the Admiral's Reserve, the other Woodforde's beer in the series, and then after that there's only one more, which is called Brewer, B-U-R-E, which is a golden summer ale. So we're coming to the end of this, but let's hope the other ones are a bit more similar than this one. Oh, and another thing to tell you is I'm brewing at the weekend and I'll be videoing it. I've decided I'm going to brew a Saison. Just a simple Saison, because it's I'm only brewing a 12 litre batch, and it's the first time I've brewed a 12 litre batch in the kettle. So what I've done is converted a 23 litre recipe. So I don't know exactly how much I should start water, with the water, how much evaporates off over an hour. In fact, I might do half an hour boil with dry malt extract, and I don't know, do I start with 13, do I start with 14? So it's going to be a very simple Saison. I'm using Carapils as steeping malt. What am I using for the hops? Northern Brewer will be the bittering hop, and Mittelfrüh, the Hallertau Mittelfrüh, are going to be flavour and aroma hop. So I'm brewing at the weekend. Of course I'll be using light dry malt extract as the base malt, and I'll be videoing it. And what I've done for the video is I've bought this. It's not a GoPro. It's a cheapy version, a Casso, because what I wanted to do is get some shots inside the kettle as I'm brewing and stirring and stuff, and I didn't want to risk this camera I've got here, because this is a Sony ZV-1, I think it's called, or something like that. It's bloody expensive and it's not waterproof, so I didn't want to risk holding it over the kettle, because the amount of steam from the kettle as it's got that rolling boil is incredible. This is like 5 times cheaper and it's waterproof. You don't need I got the waterproof case with it, but you don't actually need it because the actual unit itself is waterproof. So I've got this little stick as well, and I was thinking of just holding it over the kettle as I'm stirring, as I'm adding hops and things like this, and you can see what's happening inside the kettle. So I'm going to experiment with this at the weekend. So yeah, I'm brewing, and that should be up either on Sunday or early next week. I am actually then going away for work. I've been called to the office. This is my office. I work from home, but well, my office basically is in Dublin, and I've been asked to go there. So I don't know if there'll be a video up the weekend after. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not there for long, so I don't think I'll be able to get out and do a beer review from an Irish bar. That would have been good, wouldn't it? But I'm not there that long. So yeah, so I don't know if there'll be a video up the weekend after next, sorry. But I'll keep them coming quite regular. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you again in the next video. But I'm going to enjoy myself this afternoon because I've got two really nice beers to enjoy. But look at the head on this. I don't know what's happened here. I really don't. It looks like Coca-Cola. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye bye for now.